Welcome to the Abyss, a place where the laws of physics go to die and sanity is just a suggestion we ignore. If you're watching this, you probably think you're sitting in a chair on a rock spinning around a star. But what if I told you that you are currently, right now, sitting inside the belly of a monster so large that we mistake its digestion for reality? We are going to break your brain today. We are going to look at the math that suggests our entire universe, every star, every galaxy, every bad decision you've ever made is actually just the interior of a black hole. And not just any black hole. A black hole inside another black hole, inside another, all the way down. Reality might just be a Russian nesting doll of cosmic horror. But to understand how we fit inside the monster, we have to stop lying to you about what black holes actually are. Pop science and bad sci-fi have fed you a comfortable lie. They tell you that to make a black hole, you need to squeeze matter until it screams. You've heard the analogy: crush the Earth down to the size of a peanut, or smash the sun into the size of a small city. And sure, that works. If you squeeze the sun into a sphere 6 kilometers wide, gravity wins, light loses, and you get a black hole. This creates the illusion that black holes are ultra-dense, hyper-pressurized balls of destruction. But here is the bizarre mathematical truth that nobody talks about. Density is a trap. The larger a black hole gets, the less dense it needs to be. It's a sliding scale of absurdity. Let's do the math. If you take the sun, you need the density of an atomic nucleus. Basically, crush the Himalayas into a sugar cube. Terrifying. But look at the supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy, Sagittarius A/S. It has the mass of 4 million suns. You'd think it would be infinitely dense, right? Wrong. The average density of that monster is roughly the same as water. You could literally swim in it, if it wasn't for the tidal forces ripping your atoms apart. Actually, let's get more specific. It has the density of about 6 blue whales shoved into a cubic meter. Crowded? Yes. Nuclear density? No. But let's keep scaling up because this is where reality breaks. The radius of a black hole grows linearly with its mass. But volume? Volume grows as the cube of the radius. That means as you get bigger, the density drops off a cliff. If you build an ultramassive black hole the size of our solar system, the density requirement drops to that of air. You heard me. Air. If you constructed a balloon the size of the solar system and filled it with the air you are breathing right now, nothing more, nothing less, that balloon would instantly collapse under its own gravity. It would form an event horizon. You wouldn't need to crush anything, you wouldn't need high-energy physics, you just need a lot of air in one place. The sheer amount of mass spread out over that distance creates a gravity well so deep that light cannot escape. An air black hole. Now, let's take this to its logical, terrifying conclusion. Look at the observable universe. The cosmic void. It seems empty, right? A vast nothingness with a few glowing dust motes we call galaxies. The average density of our universe is incredibly low, about 5 hydrogen atoms per cubic meter. That is practically a vacuum. But remember the rule. The bigger the volume, the lower the density needed to kill the light. When you take the total mass of the observable universe and plug it into the Schwarzschild radius equation, you get a number that is suspiciously close to the size of the observable universe itself. In fact, 5 atoms per cubic meter is mathematically enough to turn a volume the size of our universe into a black hole. The math screams it. We aren't looking at the universe. We are looking at the inside of an event horizon. We are already trapped. So, if we are inside one, what actually happens in there? Forget the movies. Forget the swirling drain. When you cross an event horizon, the geometry of existence snaps. It's not just strong gravity. It is a complete role reversal of space and time. This is the most difficult concept for the human brain to grasp, so visualize this. Out here, you can move in any direction in space. Left, right, up, down. You have freedom in space. But you are a prisoner of time. You must move forward toward the future. You cannot stop time, you cannot reverse it. Inside the horizon, these roles switch. Once you cross that line, the radial direction, the path toward the center, becomes your time. It is no longer a distance you have to travel. It is a future you must arrive at. Trying to stop falling toward the center is exactly as impossible as trying to stop next Tuesday from happening. You can fire your rockets, you can scream, you can struggle, but you are not fighting a force. You are fighting the calendar. Meanwhile, space becomes the thing that runs out. The visual reality around you begins to warp. Light from the universe outside falls in with you, but because space is stretching like taffy, the image of the universe behind you compresses into a concentrated, blinding ring. Ahead of you? Nothing. Just the dark. And this leads us to the most terrifying realization of all: the singularity. We picture it as a distinct point in the center, a physical object, a tiny black dot where gravity is infinite. That is wrong. The singularity is not a place. The singularity is an event. It is a moment in time. It is a date on your calendar that you cannot avoid. Inside a black hole, the singularity lies in your future, not in front of you. Every path you take, every movement you make leads to that moment. It is the end of time itself. Space ceases to exist. The laws of physics dissolve. And as you race toward this inevitable date with destruction, the gravity at your feet becomes infinitely stronger than the gravity at your head. You don't just die. You are unraveled. And then, at the end of the timeline, everything stops. But gravity doesn't just stop because it ran out of room. That crushing force keeps pushing until it hits the quantum bedrock, squeezing space-time into a point so dense it defies the laws of physics, like trying to fit an elephant into a thimble, until suddenly the pressure becomes too much. The collapse halts, and just like a rubber ball squeezed by a hydraulic press, the singularity snaps back. This is the big bounce. That terrifying crush wasn't an end, it was a flex. The singularity recoils, expanding outward with violent explosive energy. But here is the twist that will melt your brain. It doesn't expand back into the universe it came from. The gravity of the black hole is still holding the door shut from the outside. Instead, that rebound creates a bubble of space-time completely separate from ours. It creates a Big Bang. A brand new baby universe is born, expanding rapidly inside the event horizon of the parent black hole. To an outside observer looking at the black hole, nothing has changed. It still looks like a dark, silent sphere of death floating in space. But inside, it's a fireworks display of creation. It is the TARDIS effect on a galactic scale, bigger on the inside than the outside. This leads us to the wildest architecture in theoretical physics, the cosmic nesting doll. If our universe was born from a black hole in another universe, and we have black holes in our universe that are birthing new universes, then reality is just an infinite chain of universes inside universes inside universes. It's a fractal nightmare of containment. We are living inside the digestive tract of a higher dimensional behemoth, and somewhere in the center of our galaxy, Sagittarius A star is pregnant with a reality we will never meet. But this gets even crazier when we introduce the concept of mutation. This is where the theory of cosmological natural selection kicks in, proposed by physicist Lee Smolin. Think about biology. When an animal reproduces, the baby is slightly different from the parent. A little faster, a little taller, maybe it has slightly better eyesight. The same logic applies here. When a black hole births a baby universe, the violent chaos of the Big Bang scrambles the fundamental laws of physics just a tiny bit. The constants of nature, the strength of gravity, the mass of an electron, the speed of light, get tweaked. It's a cosmic roll of the dice. And this implies that universes evolve. They are subject to Darwinian survival of the fittest. Imagine a universe is born where gravity is too weak. Gas clouds never collapse to form stars. No stars means no supernovas. No supernovas means no black holes. That universe is sterile. It's an evolutionary dead end. It expands into a cold, dark nothingness and dies without reproducing. It's the cosmic equivalent of a panda that refuses to mate. Now imagine a universe where gravity is way too strong. Everything collapses instantly. The whole universe crunches back into a singularity before a single star can ignite. Another failure. Another dead branch on the evolutionary tree. But then you get the Goldilocks universes. Universes where the laws of physics are tuned perfectly, not too hot, not too cold, just right to maximize the production of stars and, consequently, the production of black holes. These universes are the fertile ones. They reproduce like rabbits. A single successful universe can spawn billions of black holes, each one creating a daughter universe with similar successful physics. Over eons of cosmic time, the multiverse fills up with these high-performance universes, while the dude universes die out. So, let's look at our universe. Is it a dud? Absolutely not. We are living in a black hole factory. We have roughly 10 to the power of 17 black holes in the observable universe. That is 100 quadrillion offspring. Our universe is an absolute reproductive unit, a biological success story on a scale we can't comprehend. The laws of physics here are suspiciously fine-tuned to create stars that collapse. We used to think this fine-tuning was for us, for life. But this theory suggests something much more humbling. We aren't the point. We are a side effect. Think about it. To make a black hole, you need massive stars. To get massive stars, you need huge clouds of hydrogen and helium, gravity to pull them together, and carbon to help cool the clouds so they can condense. You need a complex chemistry set, and it just so happens that the exact same conditions required to build a universe-sized black hole factory, carbon, heavy elements, stable stars, long time frames, are the exact same conditions required to create life. We are the accidental mold growing on the machinery of a black hole manufacturing plant. We are the moss on the rock. The universe didn't optimize for us. It optimized for reproduction, and we just happen to thrive in the byproducts. It's a blow to the ego, sure. We aren't the protagonists of reality. But flip that perspective. It's also incredibly beautiful. It means that the cosmos isn't just a cold, dead void destined for heat death. It is a living, breathing, evolving ecosystem. It implies that existence creates more existence. Even if our universe freezes over and fades away, its children are already out there, expanding, evolving, and perhaps birthing trillions of new realities in a chain that never, ever ends. It transforms the black hole from a symbol of death into an egg, a seed. It means life in some form is woven into the survival strategy of the multiverse. This is philosophy disguised as astrophysics, and while we might never be able to test it, it solves the question of why are we here? With a simple, elegant answer: because the universe wanted to live. Now, this is the kind of mind-bending rabbit hole we dive into every single week. If you want to understand the machinery behind the curtain of reality, you need to be here for the next chapter. Do not let the algorithm drift you away into cat videos. Smash that subscribe button like a collapsing star, hit the like button to trigger the algorithm's event horizon, and click that video on your screen right now to see what happens when we travel to the very edge of time itself. The universe is waiting. Click it.